Hi guys, today I'm going to fit a tap in my barn. The tap that exists got ruined in the last freeze. This is the new tap. It's got standard fittings that just come with most taps. Problem is with this tap is it uses compression fittings, different type of fitting, and there's also no isolation valves. So I'm going to attempt to add in isolation valves, which will then allow me to fit these in over the top. So I'll show you how I'll do it step by step. If I can do it, you can do it. Although this is a barn, not my house. I don't know if I trust myself in my house. So this is one of the compression fittings and it goes straight onto the pipe. So I want to loosen this off. Holding the top one. Oh look, it's pretty loose, it's going to come off. Take this off. You can see my olive is here. It's on pretty hard. So this is the new isolation valve. So you got the olive there. A quarter turn so that this lays straight will mean it's closed. So on this end, this is flat. It's really important you get a flat head isolation valve because your pipe is going to screw into here and it's got a washer in it. Now if you have one that's a little sharp here, it's obviously going to go into the washer and eventually ruin your washer and you could have a leak. I'm not going to be able to reuse this olive since that won't go as far down, so I need to cut this olive off. So take a junior hacksaw, 45 degrees, and start. This junior hacksaw is actually very blunt. I have to change the blades, haven't got around to it. So I'm going to look like I'm sawing much more than you will have to. So you're going to get your screwdriver and you're going to pop it in here and it should pop the olive off. There you go, snapped it. I'm going to take this off. Now I'm going to fit my new isolation valve and I'm going to take a screwdriver just so you can see and quarter turn it. Now it's closed here and I can open it back up by turning it so it goes the length of the pipe. And there it is, now it's open. Hello, hello. Now let me close it back up so nothing comes out when I open my stopcock. Got your olive here. I'm going to put this on, put my olive over the top. Now remember, this is a flathead one. The flat bit goes onto the top. This is the sharp end, and remember, if this is on the top, this would go into your washer and damage or compromise it. Olive is here. Let's push down as much as it can. I'm going to tighten this up with my hand to start. There's still going to be a lot of wiggle room. This will come up and down. I'm going to hold this in a position and you want to tighten this up. Now I'm not going to lie, I always get confused here with clockwise and anti-clockwise, but I'm tightening it by, in this case, turning from the left to the right. Now it's nice and tight. You do not want to over tighten or under tighten, obviously. And when we turn the water on, we will see if that works. Now we're going to go over to the next one over here. So now I'm going to move to this compression joint. I want to hold this tight and turn this one anti-clockwise. Okay. Well, actually, I'm turning it clockwise, but I do get confused with compression nuts. Usually
Anti-clockwise is looser. I don't know on here. Anyway, I'm going to have to replace this olive just like I did last time.
Right, so I've turned the water on. There's nothing coming out. Let's see what happens if I turn it on here. Okay, it's sprayed, which is what I expected and what I wanted. So look at this. I've got it back off. And I just want to double check. There's nothing coming out. There's no leaks here. So now I can change my tap. So I've added in my isolation valves. Now I can remove these taps. So it's very easy. Up there, I've already pre-loosened it. This is all that there is holding the tap in. So I've pre-loosened it. I'm just going to take it off now.
I've got to say, I find clockwise and anti-clockwise very, very hard. I have to get underneath and take it from underneath. I pre-loosen this using a box spanner. Quite tricky in here, so there's not a lot of space. So just remove this off.
Now we come up here, this tap. If the hole is too small, oh, there you go, get one out like that. But if the hole was too small, you could undo one of these here, like so, just twist it off. And let it drop through and pull this one out. So we got rid of this. So we've taken off the tap. Now would be a good time just to clean all around this hole before we put the new one in. Because I have no intention of being able to get around this anytime soon. Right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to reverse the process and we're going to fit the new tap. So here is my new tap. I'm going to have to take this off because this is what's going to go on underneath. Here we go. So what we're going to do now, so first things first, we've got the rubber on here. We want to put these two down here. Right, now let's go underneath and take a look. So I now have to screw the tap in, and this is actually the hardest part for me, harder than all of that I did. This goes at the bottom of the sink. You can see it's a tiny bit rusty. It's a second-hand tap. I took it off a renovation since it's the barn. So that little screw that came down is going to go through one of these holes. I find the nut. Then what happens is this nut will go on, screw up, and I'm going to use this box spanner. I think it goes in this end to tighten it up. Okay, so I'm going to get underneath here. Lots of spiders and stuff. I'm not good at doing it straight on. I have to kind of get underneath and see. So let me try and show you what's up there. Right guys, bear with me, it's pretty hard to film under here. So look, this is the screw I was talking about. The hoses are going to go in that bit there. This has to be pushed up as far as it can, and it will be helped once we have this nut on here.
I'm going to try to as much as I can with my hands. I've got quite a long way to go, to be honest. So bear with me. Okay.
Now, as we get higher up, I will change the angle of the camera for you. You want to make sure the rubber and metal is all in line, and at the top you want to make sure your tap's in the right place as well as we start to tighten it up. So I'm really getting up there now. So I'm going to use my little box spanner. So, see, this wood's in the way, makes it really awkward. So do as much as I can with my hands. And then for leverage, let's see if we can get it in here. Oh, I might get caught with this box spanner on here forever if we can get it off. Oh. No, looks like I'm not getting this spanner off. Luckily, it's very cheap, but let's see if we can tighten it up a little bit more. Here we go. Might have to buy a new one. This might just have to stay on. Damn, I can't even get it through this end anymore. Let's see it here.
And my sink has the added bonus of a box spanner attached.
So this is moving as it should be. This can go hot and cold. The tap, that bit there isn't moving, so it's tight enough. So the box spanner under there will just have to stay. Now, the important part, these are a little long for all of this, but we are going to screw these on. We don't need to tighten these with a spanner because they're self-sealing pretty much due to the washer. Give it a little, I mean, you can give it a tiny little nip if you want, but you don't really want to over tighten. There you go. Done. So in a minute I'm going to turn those on, but let's get the second one in. This is not the best, this is not great. I mean, at least it's not too bad, but you know, I don't want any major kinks. It's gonna, I think it's gonna put a little strain on the join maybe, but my pipe's a little too high up. Right, for the moment of truth, let's turn these on. Water, and we got water. Let's go back down, check if there's any leaking. I don't see any leaking. I think we're good. New isolation valves, no leaks, save money on a plumber.